Hi everyone. Today I'll walk you through how to integrate Naver Login with Firebase for the 2025 version. So the outline's all done. First, I'll quickly show the Naver developer setup we did last time one more time. Then I'll guide you through how to connect Firebase using cloud functions. Just a side note, Kakao, for example, provides something called OpenID, so it's super easy to connect, but Naver unfortunately doesn't support that. So right now, if you look at Naver Login and Firebase, there's no direct connection between the two. We're going to build that connection by mimicking a web login flow. Firebase expects an authenticated user, but the Flutter Naver Login library can't provide that. So we're going to put a server in the middle. That server will handle user authentication on behalf of Naver, then pass that authenticated user over to Firebase, so they can talk to each other. To log in with Naver, you need a Naver developer account, so go ahead and log in there first. Udetake. You also need to register your Flutter project on the Naver Developer Console. Just create a new app and fill in the app name and select the APIs you need. We'll definitely need the login API. If you need username or email, you can select those too. I'm just going to check all of them for now. I already explained this part last time, so I'll skip the details. Now here's the important part, the environment setup. Since we're mimicking a web flow, we'll select mobile web as the platform, .bar. If it's a mobile app, that means we need to talk to a server. So we need to enter a server URL. But since we don't have one yet, let's go set it up. I'm going to use Google Cloud. Just type the URL in directly. It's faster than searching via keywords on Google. Once you're in, click the blue button that says Create Function. Enable the function, and you'll see a pop-up window. In that window, just enter what I entered. The function name can be anything. For the runtime service account, make sure to choose Firebase Admin. Then click Save. After that, you'll see a new screen. If you go to this repo I prepared, you'll find a file called index. Open that. Let me explain the index.js part real quick. Line 15 to 16. You need to replace this value with actual Naver project value. The values are under Naver Developer Pages application part. If you look at line 18, it says redirect URI. You'll see I wrote, this is important. We're mimicking a web login flow. So when the Naver login is complete in the browser, it needs to redirect back to your phone. But what URL should it go back to? That's the point. In my case, I used my callback scheme, but you can change it to whatever you like. Sir. Just make sure you use the same value later when updating your mobile app settings, and just copy the whole thing into your cloud function. Do the same for package.json. Copy and paste that too. Now for the runtime, select Node.js20, and for the entry point, type main. Tard-fadi-1 paste in the code, and click deploy when you're done. Once it's deployed, you'll see a screen with a purple button. That's the function you just deployed. Click it. You'll see a URL. This is the one you'll need to paste into the Naver Developer Console under callback URL. Now you'll also see something called service URL in the Developer Console. To get that, go to your Firebase console, click on Authentication Settings, and scroll down to find Authorized Domains. There you'll find something like your app.firebaseapp.com. Copy that and paste it into the service URL field. And that's it for the setup. Let's move on to the code. First, install the necessary packages. We'll be opening a web page, so install URL_launcher. And we also need uni_links so we can return back to the app after login. Chat the Sidboji. After that, scroll down to see the Android setup. In Android manifest.xml there's a part called host, that's where you put your custom scheme. For iOS, open info.list and do the same. Put your myCallback scheme in the right place. Now let's do the coding. In login_screen.dart, you'll see the Naver Login code. The build function shows a default login button provided by the Naver Flutter library. It looks like the one on the right in the example box. Scroll down to the login function. You'll see a redirect URL. Replace this with the URL from your cloud function. That's the one we copied earlier. Also, the client ID should be copied from your Naver developer console. The redirect URI is already included. This is the official value that Naver uses for weblogin, so you don't need to touch it. The uni_links part and the handle deep link function are both needed, because we open the Naver login in a browser, and we need to come back to the app after login. You can check the README from the package, or just copy the provided code. Inside the init state method, we call the link handler. If you're building from scratch, just copy the full code. If you already have a screen, copy only the parts you need. Checkmark test result. Here's the test result. Everything works as expected. If you run into any issues, I also have a more detailed video I recorded last year, so check that out. The most common issue is mismatching the callback scheme. Thanks for watching.